Disciple, when I think about myself, I begin to doubt whether I will ever get any realization. I go on wishing the Mother would speak to me on this subject so that I may understand. But when I get the knowledge, I also feel that my wish was a way of not accepting the light. Sri Aurobindo, quite so. Disciple, last night at the meditation, I got the same desire for knowledge. Then I saw the Mother closing her eyes, and it was as though her mind was pressing my mind on all sides. Then my mind became still, and I felt the contact of the Mother's mind, even in the cells. After that, I felt that all my questions were answered, and it was no use asking anything at all. Sri Aurobindo, that is the right way. Union with the Mother's consciousness is the true way for knowledge to come. Disciple, but I always get this desire for knowledge and feel that it would be a great help if I could know some things. Sri Aurobindo, you should throw away this feeling. It is not by asking questions to the Mother that you can get the knowledge, but by keeping your mind open to her. 25 June 1930. Disciple, on reading my letter this morning, I felt as if the Mother was not pleased with me for writing about the bad thoughts I had about X and Y. Sri Aurobindo, your writing these things does not give any displeasure to Mother. It is better to write if you have them than to be silent about it. 9 June 1933. Disciple, today a thought came to me. Why are you forcing yourself so much with regard to the control of the vital being? Better not bother about opening your thoughts and desires to the Mother. Rather leave her to work on you. Sri Aurobindo, if you want the Mother to work through you, you must lay before her your thoughts and desires and reject them. 3 September 1933. Disciple, you have asked why I stopped writing to the Mother. When I write, I ask about the small things that bother me, but often she does not answer. This confuses me, because if she does not explain these things to me, who will? Sri Aurobindo, when the sadhaks write to the Mother, it is not to get answers from her about the small things of daily life. Sometimes they do it when necessary, and Mother sometimes answers, sometimes not. The main object of writing is to put themselves before the Mother, their experiences, their progress, their lives, so as to create a constant connection and invite her presence, force, help, guidance in everything that calls for her intervention. But it is not necessary that the Mother's response should take the form of a written answer. It would not even be physically possible in the course of 24 hours to answer all the correspondence that is addressed to us. Sri Aurobindo, the experience of being with the Mother and speaking to her is one that one can easily have when one is writing to her. and is true, because some part of the being does actually meet with her and open itself to her when one writes one's experiences. If you are seeking for a way of making it impossible for me to refuse you the money for going away, you have certainly found it this time, after the letter you have written and the accusations it contains. I am bound to give you the rupees 50 you ask for. As to your other reproaches and accusations, I do not think it necessary for me to reply. I send you the money you ask for, and so fulfill the promise which you so imperatively demand that I should fulfill. I do not send you away or give my sanction for your going. It is for you to decide in all freedom whether you will go or stay. But if you stay, there must be no more reproaches of this kind, since you will be staying entirely by your own free will and under no pressure from us. Nor can I allow the claim you seem to have made that the mother must do what you want, and she must not say to you or do anything that does not please you. That is a relation which is not allowed to others, and it cannot be allowed to you either. The mother has shown you every possible favor and kindness. More she cannot do. 12 June 1930. Sri Aurobindo. It is not possible for the mother to tell you to remain, if you are yourself, in your mind and vital, eager to go. It is from within yourself that there must come the clear will on one side or the other. 24 February 1932. Disciple. My family would like me to go back with them to Bombay and stay there for some time. I don't find myself bound by any sense of obligation, but there is a dull yet persistent desire in me to go. But as I am not a frigid mental machine, I would much prefer if the mother spoke to me in a personal interview instead of replying in writing. Sri Aurobindo. But you have already had a personal interview with the mother, in which the question was spoken of for an hour or thereabouts, and she told you very positively that she considered it would be harmful, dangerous to you for your sadhana. She cannot say more or otherwise than she did that time. As for these dull, persistent desires, it is not by indulging them that they disappear. On the contrary, the only way is to grow out of them or let them die. Disciple. Can sadhaks who leave the mother totally forget her grace after receiving it for so many years while living at her feet? Sri Aurobindo. Some of them seem to forget. Disciple. Is there any possibility for them to return again to live at the mother's feet? Sri Aurobindo. It depends on the person. Disciple. How is it possible for someone who feels aspiration and the divine call in his heart to come and live at the mother's feet and then afterwards to leave them? Is it through vital depression or something else? Sri Aurobindo. Through the suggestion of the hostile forces, because of pride, egoism, ambition, sexual desire, vanity, greed, or any other vital impulse used by the hostile powers. Disciple, is it because the vital forces are so strong that even if a person has a clear aspiration and a divine call, they can lead him away from the mother and the ashram? Sri Aurobindo. Every man is free at every moment to consent to the divine call or not consent, to follow the lower nature or to follow his soul. Disciple. When a person leaves the path, does it not prove that he was unable to judge whether his call for the divine was true or not? Sri Aurobindo. All this about judging is nonsense. You feel the call or you do not. And if you feel the call, you follow it without calculating or counting risks or asking whether you are fit or not. Disciple. When people feel the urge to leave the mother's feet and go away from her, what is the best way for them to cling to the mother with faith and not go away? Sri Aurobindo. By understanding that it is the devil who tempts them and not listening to the devil. Disciple. X had almost decided to go away this morning. He thinks the mother is angry at him and putting pressure on him. And even the general pressure in the atmosphere he cannot bear. Sri Aurobindo. The mother is not at all angry with him and has not been at any time. That is sheer imagination. As for the pressure, the only pressure now is to bring down the supramental, but that is a pressure on nature and not on the sadhaks. For the sadhaks, the only thing given is help, not a pressure. 3 October 1934. Sri Aurobindo. If you insist on going, the mother cannot say no, as it is only with your own will that we can keep you here. Your difficulty only comes because you cannot recognize that whatever the mother arranges for you is out of desire for your good and in love for you. This is because you have your own ideas and preferences. And if she does something contrary to that, you think she does not love you. The mother's love is always there, but it is through confidence and surrender that you can feel it. You need to recover your health and strength, and we wanted you to do the necessary things for that for a sufficiently long time. Food, rest, treatment, with the mother's force behind all that to make it successful. But a full confidence in the mother and acceptance of her decisions and her guidance is necessary. If you have and keep that, then you can recover your strength and capacity for work and progress in yoga. 3rd December 1934. Sri Aurobindo. The mother cannot tell you to go because there is no true cause why you should go, and it would be very bad for you to do so, as well as bad for the work and everything else. The reasons for your not giving up the work are just the same as before, and not in the least changed by anything that has happened. Jealousy is no doubt a great defect of the nature, but many here have it. Almost everyone has some serious defect in his nature, which stands in his way and gives trouble. But it is not a remedy for this to give up work and sadhana and abandon the mother. You have to go on working and doing the sadhana with the mother's aid behind you, until this and all other obstacles are got rid of. We have told you already that these things cannot be got rid of in a day. But if you persevere and rely on the mother, they will yet disappear. Do not allow an adverse force to mislead you. Reject all depression and go straight forward till you reach the goal. 17 July 1935. Sri Aurobindo. Mother has no wish to abandon you, and it has never been her will that you should go away from her. You must put yourself in harmony with her will, and then all will go right. Her love will guide you, and her protection will be effective. Rest until you are well. Do not be in a hurry to go to work before you have recovered your strength. Namaste.